Man is in the building, of course. Jersey's finest, all about them bars, marijuana smoker. Hey, PSA announcement. I need everybody go support. That's right, support my fucking state, my city. Heritage Hip Hop, a New Jersey media source that celebrates New Jersey hip hop worldwide. Facts. And we are celebrating our legends right here, Jersey, baby. Please subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop on social media. That is Heritage Hip Hop on social media. Jersey, you know I love you. Jersey, you know we got bars and we got music and we got legends all day. And if you believe in Jersey and you love Jersey like I do, support that Heritage Hip Hop on all social media platforms. This is Redman and I approve this message.
Yo, salute to everybody watching Heritage Hip Hop tonight. We are back. And just to show my love for my man, yo, he had a bald head. I got a haircut just for this. For the show. We gonna get nice tonight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, that's crazy.
You're on the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast with Kareem. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe button, share the video. If you like what you see, hit that Cash App. We ain't got a super chat yet, but you can donate with the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? We are dedicated to bringing you not only the best interviews that hip hop can have, but we're here to celebrate the culture from the foundation to its future. So we introduce you to your future favorite artists today while celebrating those that have laid the foundation to make this game great. And today, I had one of my favorite MCs I found since doing Heritage Hip Hop. And the reason why he's one of my favorites is because I said to another MC, rappers talk, but MCs talk to your life. And what they do is they talk to you about you and the bigger scheme of things. And one of my favorite songs this artist has done is called The Devil's in the White House. And it's funny how the world is where it is right now, because that song may mean a lot of things to a lot of people if you pay attention to the lyrics and the motion of the song. I have a Brooklyn legend who I had the opportunity to see live. And when I say real MCs know how to control the crowd with the microphone, not only do they do that, but I can tell you that some people got their pins better because they heard him rhyme. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure and honor to introduce you to King Diddy Bop, a.k.a. the Skinny Biggie, a.k.a. the Bad Seed. What's going on, bro?
What's up, family? How you? Shout out to everybody, you know, that's tuning in. Shout out to you. First off, can I smoke in your house?
Yeah,
like, I don't want to.
Yep. Peace to Harmony Equality. 17 Cypher in the building.
Peace.
Shout out to Rock King.
Yeah.
Milwaukee in the house.
Peace.
For everybody out there watching, if you stay for the entire interview, I hope you do, make sure that you stay tuned to the rapid fire questions, because that's when you can add questions into the chat and we'll ask them on the interview. So if you're on Instagram, make sure you join us on YouTube so you can interact and have the entire interview to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout to Rock King. He an artist that I've been watching, and you know, I like his energy. Shout to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my dude right there. Shout out to Milwaukee. So let's get to the Bad Seed, because you're not new to the platform, but there is a question I wanted to ask you. You are a recipient of the Heritage Hip Hop Artist of the Year Award.
Facts.
With hip hop becoming mainstream, underground, and underground's not the internet, ladies and gentlemen. Please stop saying that. You got the mainstream, you got the underground, you got the internet, and then you have that bottom base that's looking to join. How does an artist perfect their skills so they know how to get to the next level as an accomplished rapper, orator, provider of beats, etc.?
It's just like anything else. You gotta just stay at it. It's like being in the gym. Like I tell people, if somebody was to call me, and let's say I'm writing, I'm working on a project, I'm tapped in or something. They'd be like, "What you doing?" I might not necessarily say I'm writing. I'll be like, "Yo, I'm in the gym." You know, it's as much as you can possibly put into it. Like if you can sit there and you're watching TV and you're thinking like, "Yo, damn, I could be I should flow like this real quick. Even if it pops in your head, I would suggest to people to stop what you're doing and take care of that. Like write that down or do what you're doing in that moment so that you don't lose that. It's just those things as sharpening your sword, staying on top, knowing when to sharpen it, when it's starting to get dull. That's all.
But that's what I hate and miss about hip hop is people are not sharpening their blades no more. It seems like a lot of people just say, I have something to say. I could say it over something slick, and then I could just go make some money. When at one time, being an MC was like the grandmaster level of being something when it came to the community. What changed it, and how do you feel about it today?
What changed it was it becoming commercialized and corporate because when you start doing shit like that, what happens is it starts to flush out the people who want to be the man or want to be a leader or want to be this or just false things in their mind, and it fucks up the infrastructures. Yeah, so that's what I think. That's what I think happened. As soon as it starts going corporate and it starts getting to a level where um, money's being made, and not only money, a lot of money is being made. What happens is people start to feel delusions of grandeur and self. What's the word? They feel like things are owed to them because maybe they were rapping for 100 years in their block, and they feel like they deserve certain things. So I think it's all mental that's fucking up the business. It's mental. And I think that if everybody were to just use their mental and sit and look at the things that's being misappropriated against us, I think we could move the culture forward. Because if you think about it, think about this, right? Hip hop is 50 years old. I'll be 50 years old Thursday. Hip hop is like my brother. Like you know what I'm saying? We grew up together, right? Um, there is no other genre of music that I can think of that was created in my lifetime that had such an impact for so long. There was, of course, reggaeton, and there've been genres of music that have been created during the lifetime, but nothing like hip hop. Hip hop was a whole culture. The way you dress, the way that you walk, talk, act. Um, Shit, the way you smash your girl, where you like, remember Cam said, or like, you know what I'm saying, it's a culture. That's why I feel like I'm gonna be dressing hip hop till I'm 100 years old. It's our culture. Like it's not dressing young. It's our culture. Like it's not. Oh, he's doing it. He's trying to look young. No, he's looking like his culture. So, and then these things are misappropriated against us. They tell us we too old. They tell us, oh, your the region you live in is outdated or no longer loved, or so we've got these things set to divide us. There's no other genre of music that has these things set up to divide them but us. Yeah, so
I have to. First, let's shout out everybody. Shout out to Joe in the building. Shout out to Seven the Panther. Shout out to Bad Seed. He called you the GOAT. He said salute to the GOAT. You know
oh
what I
man,
mean?
salute.
So, that leads me to beg a question because the
XO
intent.
Joe, Shade, Seven, my
That's right.
bad. Notes.
Nah,
I had to say what up to the people.
yeah. The thing that we talked about the misappropriations and using our mental to get back at it. I think that's deceptive to a point because as we've learned as time has gone on, all sense ain't common. Everybody don't got your best interest at heart. And in hip hop, people are looking for loyalty in something that's not loyal whatsoever. And then on top of that, when you talked about the regionalities, people hating, thank you, Ebro, Hot 97 for destroying the East Coast. Um, Remember, J. Edgar Hoover said the FBI had to do anything it could to make sure the Black Messiah never came. And hip hop is the most pivotal social construct movement since the civil rights era that was able to unify people and show the world that not only are we intelligent, but we're able to move the needle and make things happen.
Absolutely.
With that being understood, as an MC, not only do you make music, but you stand your ground in society and against society at the same time. How have you, being a person who can rhyme the story, rhyme the street tale, rhyme about his individual self, how do you keep your balance so you know that you're fighting those evils and fighting against people who want to set evil against you at the same time?
I lock it out. The people that try to do evil against me, 9 times out of 10, they will inspire the music. They inspire the work ethic. They inspire, like, you gotta remember, I'm the same guy that my own father looked at me in my face and told me I will never be successful in rap when I was a child. So it really don't matter what anybody else is saying, like, at that point, because it's like, if my own father's telling me this shit, like, it really don't matter what you niggas think. like you understand what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. You supposed to use that. You use that for the fuel and for the energy to do what you need to do.
And what you do is exemplary because you know how many people have come out since you started rhyming and disappeared? You know how many people are all stars in the all Walmart league, you just bagging groceries and not rhyming ever again.
Yeah.
And for the longevity that you've put into what you do, I've heard people talk about you on Hot 97. I heard people talk about you on 1051. And it just goes to what hip hop truly is when you have the respect of the people watching. But why are the people watching so cautious of dealing with people of your caliber when it comes to representing this culture?
You know what? I'm like I'm like let's say you move, walk with me. You move to a section of Brooklyn, right? You don't really know nobody. You start to talk to your neighbors and shit, right? And your neighbors is like, they put you on to what's going on in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? What stores is cool, what stores don't really got nothing. And they tell you, they like, yo, it's this nigga that be walking around. He's a bully. Like, he's gonna dig your pockets. He's gonna do this, that, and the third. He's gonna do woo woo woo. It's bad seed. This is not literally, right? But I'm looked at like that type of a energy, like when it comes to rapping. Like, it's one of those things, like, yo, son is like, you don't really want to dance with him. You don't really want, yeah, he cool. Be cool with him. It's, if you cool with him, then he won't cut your face, or he won't, like, and it bothers me because I just was saying this. I'm like, yo, I gotta dumb my shit down. You know, in order for other MCs to not feel intimidated. Like, I gotta dumb my shit down. I gotta not be dope because you guys are intimidated. It's lonely sometimes to know that your peers don't want to play in the sandbox with you. Cause you might, because you don't even mean no harm. You guys might get into a little play fight in the sandbox, and I hit a little harder. My hands a little heavier, but I was just playing, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's all. That's all it is. I can't help it. And to be honest with you, um, if anything, they all just need to get together and go to the Wiz and see if the Wiz could bring PH back to life. Because if PH come back to life, I'll stop rapping like I was when he died. Like when he died, I was retired. You know what I'm saying? So if niggas got such a problem with me being who I am, then bring my brother back. If you can't bring my brother back, then shut the fuck up and get this work. Yeah, because until I drop, I'm rapping for two. And I, I cannot apologize for what's gonna come out my mouth. Pause. You know, I got I was just thinking about it today. Like I got so much shit lined up for y'all, like rap wise, like y'all ain't even got no clue. See, you gotta understand that hip hop is a refuge for me. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, it saved my life." No, it literally saved my life, bro. Like I could have went down so many paths, and just like a lot of us, like could have went down so many paths, but this gave me something to do, and life be lifing, man. I go through mental health issues. I go through just like a lot of us, and the ability to make music and create, I feel like a superhero. Nobody could touch me there in that space. You could shoot whatever bullets, life could throw whatever at me, but they not gonna be able to hurt anything. Yeah. So when I'm coming from that standpoint, there's really nothing nobody could do you- with the music because it's always gonna have that passion in it. Always.
We're gonna go into our next part of the interview called "Let's Build." Let's build is when the artist says something so profound, we got to stop the interview and focus on what they said because that's a lot to unpack, and that's something that can save a life and also save your ears at the same time. I want to ask you this: as a man, a black man in this country, you have been an enemy since you was born, and hip hop gave you the opportunity to tell the world you exist. What is the world missing by not knowing that you exist?
Man, there's so much to who I am. I was just saying this last night. Um, you know, I think turning 50 puts into perspective that this is the last quarter. So you start to think like, yo, did people even see the highlight reels of the first three quarters? Like you know what I mean? So people don't know like 50 Cent's biggest record of all time probably would not be that what it is if on February 6th, 1975, I wasn't born. Like there's a lot of stories, like there's a lot of things that I feel like I added on to the culture, and I'm not running around you know sticking my chest out telling everybody that's what it is, and you know I don't know. I don't know, bro.
That's interesting because you got to tell your story. Because the thing, remember we used to like listen to Nas back in the day, and Nas at AZ, like, yo, somebody wrote a book about your life. Will somebody read it? The beautiful thing about social media and these podcasts and these platforms is we're able to tell our stories, and being that it is a digital footprint, someone's going to want to know more. I actually beg you and plead to you to tell your story and tell the things you need to tell because at the end of the day, the greatest story that you'll ever tell is the one you live. The ever best story that you'll ever read is the one that you write down. And
I've been shit on so much in this business. Like see the thing is with writing, with making my story, I've always wanted to do it. I always wanted to do like because it's extensive. Like there's a lot. Like from me being at Quincy Jones' house, kicking it with him, to the 50 Cent story, to Chris Lighty being a mentor, to just all kinds of things that I was able to do. Um, I just there's a part of me that feel like, yo, there's a couple things. It feel like telling the story is crazy because it's not over. So how do I really? That's why I hate bios, like writing bios, because it's like, yo, how do I end this? Like, because it's still going on. Um, and then the other thing, there's a part of me that feels like, yo, don't nobody really want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just like, yo, I feel like um people like drama. Like my shit ain't that my shit got its drama in it. But I feel like my story's more of a more of the classic believe in your dreams story. Just because of where I came from and what I'm not supposed to be here, Karev. I'm not. Um, I'm not. Uh,
Hey, wait. That's the testimony within itself that has to be taught. Because I want you to understand, even in believing and saying that and taking that on, that story is going to inspire the next person who was told that, the next person who feels that, the next person who has obstacles. Sometimes, and unfortunately, I have to say this to you the way that it is. Sometimes we're given a life we're given so we can administer to the next person, so we reap the benefits later, not at the given time. And to be honest with you, telling that story could be the best selling book that catapults people to your music. Telling that story may be the manuscript to make people look back and then say you put it out at 52. By 54, 56, you might be a multimillionaire because now people can go back and say, this is what I've been looking for all my life. This is what I was reaching for, and nobody knew this, but I got it. So you give somebody the exclusivity of being able to build off your experience.
that's a
That's
fact.
a beautiful thing right there. And I
I'm
don't
gonna
want you
do
to
it.
rob yourself for that.
No, no, no. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna definitely do it. I'm one of those guys that my apprehensions usually end up coming to fruition, and because I understand that a lot of times your apprehensions come from just the energy of exploring something different. Like you know what I'm saying? Which I'm always up for the challenge. I just pray to be in the right mental state to take on these challenges. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, and I know I keep circling back to the mental health thing, but I need everybody to know that this shit is very serious. Like it can really knock you off of your kilter and start telling you shit like that just ain't true. And you know I don't really know what to say about how to deal with it, but what I could tell you is that it's very real. So in the process of making music and creating, it helps the mental health. It helps. Let's just say that.
That's what the spiritual books tell us, though. There's demons that talk to us that try to knock us off our God given game and talents. You know what I'm saying? I don't want
Yeah.
to say demons' names because we ain't that type of podcast, y'all. That's your thing.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
what I will tell you is the mental battle of being an artist has been you're fighting the same battle that Beethoven fought. Think about that.
Mm,
And we all know the story of Beethoven.
mm,
What about
mhm.
Scott Joplin? Do you know his story?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So then look, you're in the same pattern of life. And look where their names ended because they had to go through that same journey. I don't want you to sleep on yourself and I don't want you to don't put off to tomorrow what we could do today. Because in the words of the great Kobe Bryant, the one thing people have fooled themselves in believing is that we have time.
Mm,
That we're all here for a certain reason. And our time sometimes is given and sometimes is borrowed. But time is the biggest enslavement we've been put into because we think we have it, and then we limit our time by aging, and then we look at the 24 hours and the days, and nothing adds up. And the only thing that adds up is life experience. So through your life experiences, what helps you rhyme? Is it fighting to get the message out, or is it catharsis to telling the message so you could get it outside of your inner man?
Now, when you say rhyme, you mean what, like, as far as what drives me to just do it in the first place, or you talk about technically, like, what do you?
All of the above.
Okay, so like the inspiration, so it's basically it boils down to inspiration. Um, I feel like I said earlier, hip hop saved my life. I was into the street heavy, but I was really smart too. And that's the thing is hip hop really spoke to smart people at a smart time when we were all really learning and discovering things. Especially like during the late 80s and the 90s, like a lot of things that are commonplace now kind of originated during them times. So they were really new during those times, and we were growing accustomed to these things like during those times. Um, so it was all learning experiences for everybody, and I think that's what made it beautiful. And I think as far as from a writing standpoint and wanting to do it, writing it just comes from that energy. It saved me. This is what I know. This is what I come from. If you was to meet somebody who knows me from like back in the days, and you'd be like, "Yo, you know Corey or you know Bassie from?" They're gonna be like, "Wait, hold on, Corey that be rapping?" Or they be like Corey that was running around with such and such in the street, like woo woo. They're gonna say one of the two things because those are the things that I was known for. Like you know what I mean? So to this day, so look, you bump into somebody now, they'd be like, yeah, yeah. Or if I was to bump into somebody like from high school and we kicking it, we talking. They like, if I see somebody in Walmart, they like, oh shit, what's up, yo? I knew that was you. I guarantee you, I bet money they can be like, yo, you still rapping? You know what I'm saying? So you know that that alone, and I think what that and because I get DMs from my supporters every day. Um, And I'm thankful for them. Like I kick it with them. It ain't a Hollywood bone in my body. Like everybody will tell you, like, as long as you ain't saying nothing stupid, I'll talk to you. Like you know what I'm saying? So um a lot of them they tell me they like, yo, you got some shit. I've been listening to your shit for a long time. Um and that alone is very inspiring to me. To know that because you never do know when people are listening. Sometimes we make shit and we be like, yo, damn, I wonder who heard this. Oh well, now on to the next project. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when people identify, they be like, yo, that shit was hard. It keeps me going too. Like I just love it, man. I love it. It's my brother.
Yo, you what you said is so true, cuz I'm a big Transformer head. If y'all don't know, that's me and my mom used to watch cartoons together. You know what I'm saying?
Pause. Not those Transformers. Y'all people out here. No, he talk about the more than meets the eye.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, we gonna talk about you in them titles too. But yeah, and one of my best friends in the game. Shout out to Nas the Romantic for A&N the R&B podcast. You got any singers out there that need to be interviewed? Check out A&N the R&B podcast, the sister show of Heritage Hip Hop. It's the Heritage Hip Hop of R&B, basically. But The Revenge of the Fallen. When I heard that goddamn song, I had to pass that song off. All my peoples who love Transformers fell in love with your music on that song right there.
Mm.
And it just goes to show you never know what you create that could change a person's perspective and interest them to want to find out who are you? Where are you from? Why do you say this? What is this about? And the one thing I will tell you about listening to your music, the most enriching thing about the music is your mind. But the most entrusted thing about your music is your soul. What do you want the people to understand more, your mind or your soul, when they listen to your music?
I don't think that there's a either or with that. Like it's one of them things. Like, yo, you know what's funny? I was in the I was in the store trying to buy um it was like this fly like hoodie type shit. It was two different hoodies. They was fly. But the dude in the store wouldn't sell them to me by himself. He was like, yo, you gotta get the pants. I ain't want the pants. You know what I'm saying? But dude's like, nah, you gotta get the pants. So I was like, nah. So then I seen the other hoodie. I was like, oh, this is hard. He was like, yo, the pants. I was like, nah, I don't want the pants. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. Like the mind and the soul, you get in the same thing. They talk to each other. You know what I mean? Like one can't exist without the other. Like you can't drive a car without a steering wheel. I don't give a fuck what car. Until they make one where you can, like as of right now, you can't. So
But the mind and the soul makes an artist complete. I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is me personally. I don't care what anybody else says. I revere you as an artist the same way I revere Smith and Wesson.
mm,
Like that's where I put you on my appreciation of music list, because everybody needs a mainstream person to. So that's my. So they think people can understand, because Smith and Wesson had to be brought into the game, had to go through their difficulties, name changes, all this other stuff, solo projects, etc. But what they mean to the culture and what they mean to the people who love that type of music is God level appreciation. And as a man, there's three things we fight for. That's respect, our belief, and our family. Because and not money, because money will affect those things, but that's not the basis of what we're fighting for. We're fighting for those things. And appreciation can touch all three. What does it mean for you to be appreciated and sought after and not heard and thought of?
it means everything. Like you don't want to look with life. The whole point of us being here, first of all, we all trying to figure out what the hell we're here for in the first place. But from what I could see, it's about leaving those breadcrumbs that lets it be known that you were here. Um, I think that as you drop those breadcrumbs, the people that's left after you gone, they pick them up, or they admire and appreciate the breadcrumbs that you left for them. So now they're leaving breadcrumbs. You know, it's all it all works out. Like even if the family that comes after me doesn't know me and I don't know them or whatever, it's still breadcrumbs that was left from our bloodline or from our family situation. For example, like Ethel Waters and Crystal Waters, that's my actual family. I don't know them. They don't know me. They knew my great grandmother. You know what I mean? But me personally, I don't know them. but they left breadcrumbs and didn't even know it. Like you know what I'm saying? Ethel Waters left breadcrumbs for me and don't even know it. Crystal Waters, when she said she's homeless, la da dee da da, left breadcrumbs for me and didn't even know it. Yeah, you know, so it's my duty to do the same.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the Let's Build part of the podcast. How we doing so far? You good?
Yeah, we chilling, man.
Hey, man, y'all got to drop some comments, man. This is a beautiful interview, but we going to take a break. And when we come back from the break, we really going to go hard on this music and talking to this man about what he believes about the hip hop culture. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Where you get your hip hop from?
Yeah, what's up? This Tribal Trigger Trench in the building. You already know, nip, naughty.
Hey, Redman is in the building, of course. Jersey's finest, all about them bars, marijuana smoker. Hey, PSA announcement. I need everybody go support. That's right, support my fucking state, my city. Heritage Hip Hop, a New Jersey media source that celebrates New Jersey hip hop worldwide. Facts. Please subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop on social media. That is Heritage Hip Hop on social media.
What up, y'all, man? It's your boy Do It All, Do Pray Kelly, right here on Heritage Hip Hop, man. Look, man, let me tell you something. Make sure you support Heritage Hip Hop, because without these brothers bringing you hip hop, we're not gonna stay informed, man, the way that we need to stay informed, man. And they're not just giving you hip hop, man. They're giving you the heritage of hip hop, right here, man. Yo, Kareb, I see you. Heritage Hip Hop, man. Let's do it.
It ain't nothing like Heritage Hip Hop.
Yo, welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. Shout out to Murder Megs in the building.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Murder Megs. Murder Megs is like she's a secret to this hip hop game. And if y'all don't know, you will find out before this interview's over.
Yo, if the RZA and DJ Premier had a baby, it would be Murder Megs.
AKA the Mizza, as
The
told
Mizza.
by this man right here.
That's the Mizza.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all that. But I want to ask you some things. Because we went a little personal, went deep, and that's good because we want people to connect with you to want to hear some more of that music. And let me tell y'all something. Everybody who knows me knows I don't put my stamp on everybody. I don't. Believe me. I'll say I believe in you. I want to see what you got. But when I tell you somebody's one of my favorites, people who know how much I love hip hop know that's a stamp of approval. You know what I'm saying? That's a varsity jacket from me. You know what I'm saying? And let's talk about being on that level. 6 Man Entertainment is the next movement to do what, in your opinion?
Help move the culture forward.
Meaning what? Meaning what?
Meaning exactly that, literally. Moving the culture forward by every way, shape, or form. Coming on platforms, talking about the plight of the underground and the 6 Man, the underdog. The man on the bench, the man or the woman on the bench that is overlooked, has nothing to do with their talent. They're talented in whatever field that they do. They're just overlooked because they're very frightening. Their talent is very frightening, and those people is who I represent. Like, Karev, I get on like a lot of the big podcasts and the big publications, and I talk directly to the people that I feel can help and that are the problem. I call them out. I say their names. Like that's a major part of who we are and what we do. I just want everybody to be okay, and that's what 6 Man is about. And and pushing the culture forward, the culture that saved my life.
Let's go deeper into that though, because the 6th man is the muscle that makes the starting 5 better. Come on, y'all. If you're a basketball head, some of the greatest basketball teams have some of the greatest 6 men of all time.
Correct.
You know, let me go to one of my favorite 6 men of all time, and that's Vinnie Johnson.
Mine as well.
There you go.
Very
Vinnie Johnson,
strong. He was strong. Went in there. You know what I'm saying?
the
Yeah.
microwave.
Yeah. The
Let's talk.
microwave.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Lou Williams too. There's people who are perennial because if they started, it would take away their power because then they would blend in. But them being the 6 man showed you how valuable it was to have an asset on your side that proposed
It's the wild
starters.
card. It's the
Yeah.
wild card.
He
Yeah.
propelled the starters, but he also said the difference between themselves and those behind them as well.
Right. Well, you gotta look at the breakdown of it, right? So 6 men, we are that guy on the bench, that guy, that girl that's on the bench that is only on the bench because the starting five that's out there, not taking nothing from the starting five, right? But they are out there. Some of them might be out there for skill, but for the most part, it's whatever intangibles are around them. It's not just talent. Us, we just happen to just be raw ass talent. You're not gonna get the drama. You're not gonna get the oh, he fucked his baby mama and he did this and he did that, and you're not gonna get that from us. Like you know what I'm saying? All you gonna get is talent. And that doesn't seem to be too entertaining all the time. But that's why it's always surprising when the 6 man gets out there and it's electrifying, throwing the ball behind their back, dunking, scoring, outscoring the starters. So now the crowd is starting to see it like, damn. So you're right. Like being the surprise and being the person that's sitting on the bench to come out and, oh, y'all thought them niggas was fire? You thought they was feeling you? like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait till they get a load of me type shit. And
I like that. I like that. But look at the collective that you had. Now, fortunately, by that beautiful woman I've met, shout out to Joe, I was able to have some people on your team and proceeding. Shout out to LR Blitzkrieg. That's my
Mhm.
dude, yo. He can rhyme. He can rhyme. He got a nice skill set that's if you sleep on him, you will get snuck. He has that type of skill set. And being able to interview XL, Crotona, I want to ask, how do you select people from the industry or select people from the culture and put onto your team? And what stands out from the people that you have on your team that makes them basically reflect you and what 6 man is supposed to stand for? Shout out to PH too.
what I look for, first of all, is that raw talent. Like that's first and foremost. Being dope, being able to rap, like having that down pat. Like okay, well, I don't really need to tell you too much about how to rap and how to go in there and construct your shit and put it together. They got the basics down pat, right? Then I try to look for their beat selections, like how serious they take their self, what they're doing on their social medias. Are they active? Do they talk to the people? Are there things that they do outside of rap? You know, and the things that they're not doing. You know, I try to see if I can bring them on board and help them accent those things that they might be lacking in. We're not a label. We're a collective. Um, you know, everybody has their own thing that they're doing, and which I 100% stand behind, and I think everybody should have their own thing and be able to come back to the collective, get what you need from the collective, and take it back to whatever you're doing. Like that's what we like the super friends. You know what I'm saying?
The
And
collective. Okay.
yeah, and what makes me what was the second part about the people that's there now? What?
Basically, how do they reflect you? Like when you pick them, like what about them
Yeah.
brings the best out of you?
It's see, my we're a family. My family, they're the best, man. Like we got times where we laugh, where we yell at each other, where we get down to business and get down to work, and just they we just there for each other, man. Like I haven't really seen anything like that since I was with making records like a long time ago. And I'm just happy to be able to provide that environment for everybody that's with us, because I was fortunate to be in that type of situation and making records. Remember, that was a super crew, yo. Before it was super, me, PH, Gene Gray, the Morlocks, like it was Don Scavone. Damn, like it was a super crew, and you know, I couldn't be more proud of my squad. We got Van Guns with us. He's a new producer. He's not really new. He been doing this thing for a while, and he's with us. Freak shows with us. Like we just blessed to have a dope squad, and the squad of their hearts are are there, and not to mention that silly lady Joe. Like Joe is my right arm, and to keep it real with you, I'm blessed to have her with us. Like she go hard. She works very, very hard. She's definitely one to watch in the business. And I think that she's gonna be a heavyweight in this business. I'm talking Sylvia Rome, Mona Scott type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she be on her dean. You know. So as a squad, we're getting it together. We getting it together.
She said, "What happened to the X-Men?"
Yeah, same shit. Yeah, it's the same shit, the same concept. Like it's the same concept.
So let's upset the balance of the interview and let's go somewhere else with it. Right now, Kendrick Lamar won 5 Grammys, right? Salute to Kendrick Lamar, also winner of a Heritage Hip Hop Award for the One Mic
Who?
Award. Kendrick Lamar.
Who's that?
You don't know Kendrick Lamar?
Who is that?
Not like us.
What's that?
We don't talk about Kendrick Lamar on here with the bad seed, I see.
No, what's that?
Kendrick Lamar, who had the beef with Drake, and he destroyed Drake.
Who?
No Kendricks, no Drakes, huh?
I don't know who you talk about.
Oh, okay. You don't know who we talking about.
Well, they rap.
Yeah, they do something called the music. Yeah, true indeed.
They underground.
Nah.
Oh, that's probably why.
But in the battle, something very underground came out that I wanted to talk to you about. And that was the unification of identity on the West Coast with Kendrick. And my question for you is, everybody always talks about the demise of New York hip hop and New York and boom bap being old and not being relevant anymore. I want to ask you, does the separation of the boroughs make New York strong, or does the separation of the boroughs, is it in this new age of technology in hip hop, actually has been a chink in the armor of the New York hip hop scene and sound?
Nah, the separation of the boroughs always been a thing. That been a thing. If you take music away, it's still gonna be a thing. Like the five boroughs is always it's a thing. There's rivalries. I tell you what, the five boroughs they'll beef with each other, and they'll talk shit to each other, and then be out of town somewhere and squad up together. Like you know what I mean? And then get back to the town and beef with each other again. Like you know, it's one of them things. As far as boom bap, I think that people do put a date on it. They call it old school, whatever. I don't really care too much about what they categorize it as. I just look at it as another way to try to drive things out. And unfortunately, people are so easily led that they let these things be said and they digest it. Um, Boom bap is the original New York sound. I believe that when even when somebody comes from Atlanta or from Los Angeles or from Texas and flies into JFK and turns on High 97, they don't want to hear the shit that they hear back home on the radio. They want to hear that boom bap shit. That's what they want to hear when they touch down in New York because they in New York. So you know, boom bap forever, man. They're gonna try to come up with stuff to drive things out. Hell, they're trying to drive hip hop out totally anyway. Like they're really trying to push that Afrobeat shit. They're not gonna be able to do it. Not bigger than hip hop as a culture, but they're gonna try. They trying to minimize it. And you guys are not you guys. Period. Not you guys, but I mean you guys in the world are allowing it to happen by going with these narratives. Oh, niggas is too old. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Like I said, man, Thursday I'm gonna turn 50. I'm rapping the best I've ever rapped today. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I did, yo, Kareb, I swear to God, I be begging for a nigga to diss me, son. Yo,
Yeah,
look at my face. Everybody out there, listen, if you got a fucking problem with me and you a MC, please, by all means, say my fucking name like Candyman. You don't gotta say it 5 times. Once. I I promise I will light your ass up. Anybody.
hey, that would be
Ju-
entertaining.
This is something that I really haven't had in my
A
hip hop
battle?
career.
You
I,
never
I
had a
mean,
battle?
I have, but I'm talking about like in this part of my career, like
Okay.
like like you know what I'm saying. And to be honest with you, I feel like right now I'm eating the bones, cartilage, everything. There's not gonna be nothing there, yo. And I think that a lot of people know that. That's why I talk my shit. And I look right at the camera, right in their eyes, and I talk my shit. Cause at the end of the day, let's go in the fucking booth. I will call Megs, I'll grab one of them Megs joints and go ballistic on y'all niggas. These niggas know.
Okay. Well, look, wait. Let's not go too far because you keep throwing away around the 50 thing, right? But if you look at where hip hop is today, 50-year-old rappers, aka 90s era rappers, are still carrying the game forward because they're releasing music. And it has been refreshing that the young people are going to their catalogs to hear the new music, like it or not, and then finding their older music. Look at what Redman just did. Look at what MC Light and Ice Cube and Snoop and Coogee Rap's coming back out with a new album. You know what I'm saying? And I mean,
A lot of that shit was hit or miss though. Like let's call a spade a spade. Just because you came out way back in the days does not mean you get a fucking pass for putting out some regular shit. Like we gonna keep that a spade too. Because let me tell you something. Those legends have to me, they are underground mainstream. They're not mainstream, but they're underground mainstream, and they're fucking gatekeepers. And they keep shit. They keep us locked out too. They don't reach back. We the niggas that kept their lights on. Them same niggas that dropping their albums, them quote unquote legends. Holla at one of them motherfuckers for a feature for your shit. See how much they gonna charge you. See if they gonna do it for the culture for you. Like you understand what I'm saying? They just as bad as these mainstream niggas. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. None of them.
let's
That's
talk
why I'm
about it.
saying. That's why I'm saying it's like, yo, man, like, what are you doing for the culture? Why is it that These niggas that we are quote unquote fans of been buying they shit, paying this money to go to their shows and shit. Why, when you finally making music and you got a fucking family to take care of, but you still love making music, you go to one of these niggas for a feature. Why they even opening their mouth to say 10 grand and better? Who got that? Let's keep it 100. You know that song y'all make is gonna get played like twice. Why would you do that to the working man and run off with his fucking money? That nigga been giving you all his money, all your whole career. Every time you put a chain on, every time you throw them fly kicks on and jump in your fly car and taking your bitch overseas or whatever, where you think you got that money from? Us.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's why, yo, I ain't got no remorse or no love for them niggas. But as a fan, yes. But in the struggle, nigga, I'm in the forefront. It's us or die, us or nothing, underground or nothing. Like, I don't care when these niggas drop. You know why? Because these niggas will drop an album and the fans are so brainwashed. They'll be like, hip hop is back. Bitch, hip hop been here. What the fuck you think
Facts.
we been doing?
That's facts. That's facts. That's the one
So
thing that you talk about online that I love is the fact that everybody's trying to reach up instead of reaching sideways. That you don't need to depend on other people for your thing, but the other people can bend their ear and give you a shout out and have people check you out or bring you out. I do say that. But you know what? I heard of an industry person telling another person who wasn't signed, if I knew you sold better crack than me, why would I send you? So why would I have you on my block?
hmm,
So we do have people out here who knows people out here hot, but they won't reach out to them just for the simple fact they're afraid that you will take what's theirs in theory. You talk about it.
I could talk about that for days. That's been the story of my career.
Talk about it.
Um, um, Rappers don't want to get in the sandbox with me. Not rappers that of course, like hungry up and coming rappers, will get in the sandbox with me. But niggas with names and all that, like they don't really. That's why I call niggas out, because one or two things: when you see me outside, you can say something to me, but they don't. Or you can go in the booth and diss me, but they won't. And the reason why they won't is because they know that I'm going to show up to the challenge, win, lose, or draw. And then guess what's going to happen? Everybody is going to be like, yo, who was that? Because I have nothing to lose. You know, I've been dealing with that. And the wild part is that I don't run around and act like that, though. Like, I'm so pro underground. I want everybody to win. Everybody. But, um, they look at me as a threat. Like, I'm used to not being invited to the party.
Shout out to the song Happy Birthday, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's talking about. If you don't know that song, check out Four Finger Ring 2. But now we got to another part of the interview. See, I had to change my interview up because y'all come on here. Y'all just do too much. Y'all kill it. So we're gonna choose the hot topic. Today's hot topic is FBA, Donald Trump, and Black History Month. What would you like to talk about?
Cause we could go either. Let's do Black History Month.
How many firsts are left for hip hop to accomplish, especially when you have artists from hip hop or hip hop related artists crossing genres and opening up the world to them in a new type of way? What's the next thing hip hop could do to be opened up to the world, in your opinion?
It's interesting. You talk about that Beyonce shit, right?
Of course.
Cause yo, but what about Charlie Pride?
Talk about it.
Like Charlie Pride was a black country artist. I'm not sure if he won a Grammy or whatever, but I know the white folk really loved him back in the day when he was doing country. You know. So as far as first, I don't think that musically there are first. that we could do because we pretty much was at the forefront of starting all of the genres. So from jazz to country to rock and roll, hip hop, um shit, I think the only shit we didn't start was probably salsa and that Indian music. We ain't start that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we did, then damn, that's crazy. But as far as I know, we ain't start that. So, you know, I don't think it's pretty much anymore. For people that say Beyonce, maybe Beyonce was the first. I know Beyonce's the first person. I know she got 33 Grammys right now. Yeah, you know, I saw that today. She got the most out of everybody ever. Yeah, you know. Um, I don't really know too much about that genre to really speak on that, but what the first thing that pops in my mind is Charlie Pride. Okay, and I remember him from back in the days. I'm not sure if he won a Grammy or not, but I know the white folk loved him, and they wasn't shunning him. They wasn't saying, "Oh, go back to the blues." You know what I'm saying? Or
No, I hear you because I think about people like Mikey Guyton, who's out right
mm,
now. She's an amazing singer, but
yeah,
she doesn't get that 100% accepted pass. But you know what's funny? Shout out to Shade Cool Bang. He said Ray
shout
Charles'
to
second album was a country album,
shout to Shay.
and
That's
that's
my
dope. Because I mean, at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, Black History Month is one of the most forgotten celebrations in American history. We acknowledge it, but a lot of people don't celebrate it. And a lot of people acknowledge hip hop, but don't celebrate hip hop.
I was
How
just about to say that.
how can we get better at that? What do you think?
I think I think the problem it ain't even really a problem. I don't think we should look at it that way. We should look at it as a glass half full thing. Our culture is so dominant that it's celebrated every single day. It's so dominant. You can't turn on anything, any form of media, any form of anything, and not see our culture. I know there's people that hate the hip hop culture that try to escape it. And you can't. You turn on TV, Fred and Barney is in Fruity Pebble commercials rapping. Like you know. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that I think that our culture is very dominant anyway. Like if you took away Black History Month, right? I, I think people would be upset. Like, how the fuck you take away Black? But it ain't. We're celebrating everything y'all do is based off of our culture.
That's a fact. But I want to ask you this though. The main component of hatred, racism in this country is nepotism. And
Mm.
without nepotism, a people or a culture cannot sustain itself. What do you think needs to be passed on to the children in hip hop so that they're not just living off the music, they're incorporating and making an industry of the culture that we own it and we live on it and we can pass it on as our own as well?
All those are teaching the youth and the people that's coming up the business. If you teach them the business early, then they will know the business. Because I mean, we all still learning the business. Nobody, I mean, because it changes. Like how the business was when I had a deal 25 years ago is totally different from if somebody had a deal today. Yeah, So a lot of the things change. You just got to keep them in, like Joe said, keep them informed and let them know that you have to pay attention. Pay attention And especially nowadays, catalog and content is king. So I think one thing to really drive in, not just to the youth, but to my demographic, is you have to make sure that you stack up on content. Music is not enough. Not nowadays. Back in our era, we had the source, we had XXL. They provided the content that pushed us. Now we have to take it into our own hands. Yes, you can rap. Yes. Who cares? Your rapping is ancillary, which means secondary for the people who didn't go to school that day. Rapping should be secondary to who you are and your personality. The people should be able to be subscribed to you as a person. A lot of people don't have the skill of being able to interview, sit down with someone like Karev and hold an intelligent conversation, but they rap their ass off. A lot of people, like there's boxes you gotta check, man. Like there's boxes. We can go on and on.
Man, look, if it wasn't for Brooklyn, I think a lot of the identity of hip hop would not have been sewn into the fabric. I always say everybody want to be Harlem because everybody keep telling the Peyton full story. But if you know anything about Brooklyn and Newark, New Jersey, they are so similar with that gritty,
The
not
fact.
not giving a damn, just I gotta be me unapologetically. And that's actually what helped push hip hop forward. No disrespect to any other place, because every region has its own identity and they bring a lot to the culture. But there's two things I want to ask you about. And you're down to play this game with me, right?
Let's go.
Called Project versus Project.
Hmm.
I want to talk about Four Finger Ring 2, and From Us With Love.
Hmm.
Talk about both. What is Four Finger Ring 2 and what is From Us With Love?
Four Finger Ring 2 is the sequel to Four Finger Ring 1. um, just an aggressive theme. The Four Finger Ring theme is from each of the covers. It on the ring is a different MC that influenced me, and it's just basically putting the ring on and punching my way through all the bullshit, being stressed out or whack MCs or a fire beat, I'm fighting a beat or whatever. It's just that. It's a fun type of a vibe series type of a thing. And From Us With Love, which drops Thursday on my birthday, is a joint album with me and my sis Murder Megs. On the production, it's our first collab album. We've done tons and tons of records before, but it's our first um project. And we put it together in 3 sessions, 3 weeks. Um, mm, you know, that's that. I can't wait to see what the people think. You
All
know, I,
right.
I
Well,
think it's
look,
dope.
let's talk about them both. I want
Oh,
to bring up some songs and you tell me how you feel about them. What do they take you mentally or creatively?
hmm
Us versus Them from Four Finger Ring 2.
that that was produced by Nam Nitty. Shout to Nam. That record symbolized us versus the mainstream. How um how we're being treated. I don't feel like enough artists speak about it. I feel like as underground artists, we're pretty much in an abusive relationship, and I keep coming home whooping our ass, and we supposed to just be quiet and not say nothing about it. Sing the song Annie Mae type shit. So us versus them is that. Is basically our cry, like, yo, let's stop this. Yeah.
If Four Finger Ring 2 is a sequel, how did you change the statement with that album from the first one?
What you mean? Cause what
Yeah.
you mean?
Well,
Cause it
mhm.
didn't change. It didn't change really. Because Four Finger Ring one, the topics we went there, like there were like death, all of the people that passed away in hip hop with like Think About You. Then it was Bloody Rain, where we talked about the school shootings and stuff like that. See, the thing about Four Finger Ring is that it's so aggressive, but I want to show vulnerable points in there, like the fog on Four Finger Ring Part Two.
And that's what I was going to go to next.
Right, because that would be the equivalent to that would be a Bloody Rain from Part One, because it's just the vulnerable side. Remember when I told you earlier, doing the music, you feel like a superhero. You feel like, yo, nothing could stop me. Well, um, that's when you touch the kryptonite. That's when Superman is human. Type shit.
The Fog is one of those songs. Fog Part 1 and Part 2 is one of those songs that made me appreciate not only that you're writing, but you're delivering a message. Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. My father used to say this, and I couldn't stand when he said this. My father would say, "I hate rappers."
Hmm.
Now, my father said it because he was ignorant to the culture.
Right.
But as somebody within the culture, I can say, "I hate rappers."
Yeah.
Because all they're doing is putting words together, but they're not delivering a message.
Right.
There's no structure. And that's what made me like The Revenge of the Fallen so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because even the way you start the song, you are MC. I could see you on the stage doing that song.
Mm-hmm.
That was like I said, this is just me talking, y'all. Y'all may not feel the same way, but it's not your interview. I don't care.
Ha.
That song for me was in my opinion, for me mentally, the Get At Me Dog video for me. That meant that to me. That song is incredible for the delivery and the punch. When I go to the project that's coming out this Thursday, make sure y'all go to Bandcamp and purchase the album From Us With Love featuring the Bad Seed and Murder Mags.
Right.
94 Crime Spree. Talk about it.
94 Crime Spree. That I wanted to take everybody back, just vibe wise, to a time where it was very chaotic. Anything can happen at any given time. You could be in Macy's chilling and just see people running out because they just bagged some shit, stole some shit, somebody knocking you over, run down the escalator type shit. Razor blades in the mouth, the tunnel, I just wanted to bring people back to that. Being on a train, the crime on the train being very dangerous, being on the train, just a very chaotic song. And it started off the album. So I wanted to give people that energy when we started.
But in a roundabout way, crime and violence it brings balance to society.
Right.
Crime and violence will put you on your P's and Q's. It'll also show you how to protect yourself or others so that you prolong.
Right.
And you perfectly captured that I'm reading my notes, pardon me, y'all. The day the internet died, is that what it is?
Yeah.
It talks about how what would happen if the phone stopped working and all that. You talked about TikTok may have been going for a couple hours, but look how people reacted when it was gone.
Right.
Because that took away income, entertainment, and an American pastime, which is now social media. What is the dichotomy? How did you put that? How do you, damn, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry. How do you compare the 94 Crime Spree to the internet dying and how the world would react?
Well, first of all, Day the Internet Died, that's a sequel. I have an album that I have put out, what was it, 2012? It was called Intelligently Ignorant. There was a song on there called The Day the Music Stopped, Part 1, produced by my dude, Clef Dollars. And it was the same thing. Like, what would happen if music just stopped totally? Like, what would we do? Um, so I figured now would be the best time to really talk about the internet and how it's created so many sheep and just created as good as it is. It's terrible. Um, if you notice, 94 Crime Spree is the beat is very chaotic and because that was the energy. There was no internet. The day the internet stopped, it's a little slower paced. We got the internet now. It's still chaotic, but it's so you know that's crazy. I never really put those two records together because they represent two different times and yeah, it's dope. Yo, your mic is muted, bro.
Of course.
Yeah,
I want everybody to hear you. But see, at Heritage Hip Hop, we listen to the music, y'all.
yeah, for sure,
We just don't talk all day. You know what I'm saying?
for
But
sure.
but one thing that I do love about how you put your albums together, you always have a way of picking beats. And I want to shout out Murder Megs because the way she uses her sounds, not just her drums, are very articulate. And it makes a murky beat turn into a philosophical or classic beat if you think about it. Ray and Ghost, tell me about them horns and what that did for you when you were writing to it.
Mm. Um, well, me and Max, we always every time we link up for a project, we always got to do the duo thing. Like we did Tech and Steel, we did Red and Meth, we did P and Hab, we did Bill and Fame. So we needed something for this. And when I heard the record, the beat, I immediately thought I got in that vibe. You know, it was that simple. Um, yeah, it was really no more to that. It was that simple. I knew we needed something. I was going with I was actually gonna do Kid and Play. I was gonna do Kid and Play because that I thought that was really left field and nobody would expect that. So I was gonna do Kid and Play. I think instead of doing that, I said I used a line. I said a line. I can't remember what the line was, but I used Kid and Play like in a bar, like something on the album. Like it was crazy. I think it was on the day the internet. I think it was. I don't remember.
It's all good. But you know what's funny about you saying Kid and Play? Kid and Play represented one of the best battles in hip hop history.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? If you look at what Kid and Play stood for, that battle was more than the House Party movie. That was two different styles. That was two different lifestyles. That was two different types of looks on MCs. It was a whole culture shock within the battle itself on the motion picture screen.
I love Kid and Play. Yo, Kid was actually niggas sleep on Kid. Kid was nice, bro. Kid was really the one out of them. Yeah, you know what I mean? I remember was it what was the name of the album that came out with House Party? I think it was called Fun House.
Fun House.
Um he had a song on there, Toe to Toe, and the nigga was like it was a song like when you watch House Party, he's laying on the bed and he writing and he's thinking and it go toe to toe, Kid and Play is on the road again. It's only right that we keep the crowd dancing. Rhymes are right. The tempo was steady. You ready? Let's rip up the crowd like confetti. That was fire. Like we come on, man. We talk about 89, 90. Like this is son like toe to toe. Kid and Play is on the road again. It's only right that we keep the crowd dancing. Rhyming is right. The tempo is steady. You ready? Let's whip up the crowd like confetti. Like that's fire. Like look at the cadence. Tempo is steady. You ready? Let's whip up the crowd like confetti. Like people doing that now. Like you know what I'm saying? Oh,
I'm gonna
I
send him this
fuck with
part of the
kids.
interview. I'm gonna send him that part of the interview, And
Yo, I fuck with kids.
yeah, true indeed. He a down to earth dude. And salute the Kid and Play for help bringing out MOP, one of my favorite groups of all time.
Oh.
So we gonna stop there. But come on, man, you gotta tell me, man, how you come up with these song titles? Because BBL Belly Button had to be one of the most standout titles I ever seen in my life. What is a BBL Belly Button? Help me out, yo.
Yo, you ever see a BBL belly button, son?
Help me.
All you gotta do is scroll on the gram. Most them broads, bro, look at they belly button. Like, yo, none of that shit. Look at the belly button. You know how they used to say check the neck?
Yeah.
Nah, nigga. Check the belly button. If that belly button is horizontal, no, vertical, like this. If that shit is like just mad thin, like no belly button sticking out, that shit is just mad, and it looked like somebody took a screwdriver and went, Nyang. That's the BBL belly button. That shit do not look right. That shit look like it bled out.
Is that where hip hop is today as a culture, though?
Like it bled out?
Like it's just
Like a
like
BBL belly button.
yeah, like it's
But
just
hold on, before I even get into that, I named it that because I knew people was gonna trip off of the title. And
and I did.
but I didn't want it to be what you thought it was gonna be. So most people would be like, okay, I see that he about to go in on these bras. That's why at the beginning of the song I said, nah, I'm not gonna go in on y'all. And I was talking about a story of somebody in jail getting stabbed and it looked like a BBL belly button. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But isn't it dope now that hip hop is actually growing out of the BBL stage?
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Mm.
Look at the rejection of the women MCs coming out nowadays. Look at how they're rejecting BBL culture and talk about the beauty of being natural more so. Look at how we have auntie culture with the older or auntie females who rhyme
They
with
getting
coming back to hip hop.
BBLs too.
But there's those who are coming out saying that they love their age and they're aging naturally and gracefully. So though it does exist, you do have a movement now that's against it and they're rhyming against it. So
Mm.
yeah, we are coming out of that age. Just like with D1, him talking about violent music is played out. If you 50 talking about selling drugs, you gotta go. You need prayer, you need help. I see a maturity coming into the hip hop culture, especially with the new direction of
I don't
government.
like that.
Yeah.
I
Talk
don't
to me
like that.
then. What do you like? What are you talking
I
about?
don't like that. Because how dare he? What if somebody 50 and they are selling drugs? Because maybe they got locked up, or maybe something happened, or in their situation, they can't get a job, or they got fired, or this, that, and the third. They trying to do, maybe they are. How dare you tell what somebody should rap about? Martin Scorsese, when he wrote The Godfather, this nigga was 90 years old. Well, what's the difference? Like, if you don't want to hear that, then don't listen to it. Go listen to Talib Kweli.
I think the difference is the glorification and the message, not the art itself.
Nah, they taking jab. I think the people take jabs at it because if they was to try it, they wouldn't be as good at it.
This is true.
I think D1 probably has tried, and that shit was ass. Nobody believed him. I think
Interesting.
he might got a couple songs in the cut that he probably did, and them niggas was like, man, fuck out of here. So he went back to the drawing board like, all right, well, then you shouldn't rap about this. Fuck that. I think I'm really an artist. I feel like you should rap about whatever you want to rap about. Just make it good. I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Make it good. This whole thing is about expression, and it's about getting it out and letting your plane land. And the minute this is why people have writer's block. Bro, I ain't had writer's block in 5 years. So this is why people have writer's block, because they so busy worrying about what people gonna say or what. Man, fuck all that.
But you're rare. Do you understand that though? You
I've
are
heard. I've,
rare.
I've heard that.
So for you to have writer's block means there's something brand new that opens you up to life that made you pause for a minute and come back to yourself.
Well, I always got. I can't have writer's block because I always got something to say. Even when I'm not speaking, I got something to say. You know what I'm saying? So how can I have writer's block?
So that's interesting.
When I don't speak, it's because I choose not to speak.
I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. At the end of the day, though, making music is the backbone of hip hop. I want you to stand on your square. Why should people look forward to this new album? And why is this new album necessary for their ears? Go ahead.
You gotta look forward to the album because it's more fire hip hop being thrown in the pipeline. Y'all niggas is running around. Oh my God, hip hop is dead until these people albums come out that you listened to 40 years ago. Like this shit is fire too, and you need to listen to it. And my sister, she did an amazing job on the production, and y'all need to hear it for that alone. If y'all don't want to hear me, then throw the shit into the Serato and mute my vocals and just listen to her. Like, do what you need to do.
I'm gonna be honest, though. You need a comic book, man. You do, bro. I'm telling you, man. You know what I think? If you did this for me, not only would I buy it, I'll promote it everywhere I go. I think there's one thing that you haven't done, and that's the niche of yourself. Because if you niched yourself, that would be the one last thing a true artist does where people feel like they are a part of the artist. You know,
Mhm.
like there's people who niche themselves with clothes, or there's people who niche themselves with items. I think whatever it is that you can niche yourself to, that would be the last thing to do that would show people that you cannot be denied. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you are that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe you have that six figure reality inside of you. I do. And with the new addition to your family, like, yo, I pray for all that to come true very quickly, because at the end of the day, we're all lucky and blessed to be able to hear your music. But I want to say I'm proud of you as a man. And more importantly, as a supporter. I'm not your peer if you don't think I am, because I don't rhyme. But as a peer in hip hop, I could tell you thank you, because you gave me something to look forward to, something to enjoy, and something to share that solidified a lot of my friendships and respect with people who love what you do and what we share.
Wow.
And that means a lot to me personally.
Wow.
I want to tell you thank you for that, yo.
Man, yo, you're welcome, bro. Thank you. You know, I didn't even know I was doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate you, Karev. Like you, you know, you always been supportive and you always been 100, and you definitely needed in this culture as well. So salute to you. Like, you know what I mean?
I appreciate that. But most importantly, everybody, thank you for watching. This is one of the best interviews I did. We actually gone over the hour. We actually an hour and a half. And we haven't gone to my favorite part of the interview, which is called the rapid fire questions.
All right.
The rapid fire questions are not yes, no questions, everybody. These are questions designed to show the depth and the knowledge of the hip hop culture by the artist that's on here, to let you know that they're real people and they love this culture too. But this portion of the interview is also opened up to you. So if you have any questions you would like to ask, type them in the comments right now. And let's get these out. My first question to you is this. I have a sister in here, Harmony Equality, 17 Cypher. And she's put out a project where she's gotten people from all over the country on different beats, different artists that come together, like I Am God, Mar, a bunch of folks. And I want to know, what would it take to get Bad Seed on some of these other projects so the world knows that hip hop has a representative that takes no prisoners, and they invite you. They invite you, and they invite you to the contest of champions when it comes to that microphone. What can we do?
All you gotta do is holler at XO Joe. She in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And we can line it up. I'm outside, bro. I'm outside. I'm if anybody wanna dance, you can dance.
What every MC writes for a purpose, inspiration or something. But you said you were waiting for somebody to call you out. Is there anybody you would love to rhyme against that makes you really want to just pick up that pen and just go to that next level just because you want to test yourself against them?
Nah, it's not anybody in particular. I don't have any problem with anybody. Yeah, I love everybody. But I just I just like to spar. I like to I love I'm really a male. Like I like to get it in and slap box every fucking 5 minutes, and you know what I'm saying. So I don't be meaning nothing by it, but I be hearing the rumbles, and I be hearing that people that rap, and even people like legends, like people that I grew up on. They got problems with me, and I don't even know why. Like, what is your problem with me? Like, what's the problem? You see me out all the time, and you don't say anything to me. I be hearing shit. You don't say nothing. You don't say my name on a record, and then I liked your older shit. I don't really like your newer shit, so I'm not listening to your newer shit to see if you're subliminally dissing me. So unless you say my name, like it doesn't count. Like you know what I'm saying? So
All right. Well, salute to Harmony Equality. She said, I actually have a Bad Seed verse produced by my brother Dozer the Drum Dealer in the works, and Mars on the track. So that's what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm all about bridging the gaps and bringing everybody together. Because through unity, we make great music. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Shout out to Mars too. So then what does it take for us to get a Bob the Builder part 2? What's up? You didn't expect that question. Shout out to Murder Maves with that. Hey man, I had to ask. What's up?
Yo, is that what the culture want? Yo, Karev, don't do that. Karev, good. Yo, don't do that. Don't do that. Yo,
Docile part 2. What's up?
Yo, don't do that. Like we was y'all want me to go in that chamber, cause I could really, yeah. Like I've been trying to, trust me. Like, yo, Meg's laughing. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. There was a hot second where there could have been a Bob the Builder part 2 for a hot second, but y'all crazy. Y'all gotta stop, man. Stop. Don't do that.
And we love hip hop and we love the Bassies. Music. Shout out to the 6-man. Shout out to PH. Rest in peace, homie.
R.I.P.
I wish I could have met him face to face and shook his hand too, yo, because my man was nice, yo. I can't even lie. And going back and finding more stuff is like a blessing. So, what makes hip hop invaluable to you so that it lives on and doesn't have a price limit on it?
What makes it invaluable is all the music. The music is invaluable. The fact that I could listen to Milk is Chilling right now is just invaluable to me. The fact I could throw Headbanger on right now, like if remember that song back in the days? The Dreadnoughts, the Dreadnoughts, the Dreadnoughts, causing a menace. Doom, 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 doom. Like a lot of niggas don't remember that shit. That was my shit, bro. That shit just popped in my head today. And I went on YouTube and I was peeping that shit. The Dreadnoughts causing a menace. The Dreadnoughts. Y'all niggas don't remember that shit, man. Y'all niggas.
Shout out to Future Flavors and
Shout out to the Dreadnoughts, wherever they at,
yeah,
because that shit was
yeah,
fire, bro.
yeah.
Y'all
That's the
niggas don't know.
90s, bro. That's like what's that? What 94, 96 around there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
between there, yeah.
They was from Brooklyn too.
I think so. Yeah, they was. They they was.
Yeah, yo, what is it about Brooklyn, yo? Because when it comes to Brooklyn, yo, like when people from outside of, I'm gonna tell you, like people who are from outside of Jersey think New Jersey is Jersey Shore, and they're 100% wrong, right? And then people from outside of New York, they don't really understand how big Brooklyn is, yo, and how there's different sections. Like, what the hell is Brooklyn? Can you tell me what this is?
It's 3 million people in Brooklyn. It's it's most of them, most definitely really described it perfectly. Planet Brooklyn is its own thing, man. The competitiveness there is on a high level because there's so many people in that particular place. So you know, the crime rate was crazy there because it was so many people. Robbery was really big there. You had to, when I was coming up, like you had to really know how to handle yourself to be able to survive there, whether it be knowing how to fight or knowing how to use the gift of gab. You know, um, a lot of the best come from Brooklyn. It's crazy. You would be surprised. So many people come from Brooklyn. Al Capone came from Brooklyn. Fucking Nia Long from Brooklyn. Michael Jordan was born in Brooklyn. Fucking like you will just be surprised, like just random people. Like I'm naming random people that are from Brooklyn that you would just be like, oh shit, word. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm naming random people other than the obvious, the biggies, the, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's some folk from the borough, man.
True indeed. But you know what? Everybody thinks that, from outside where I'm from, like, when I used to go to, I went down to Alabama in the year 2000, right? I lost my uncle. I met my family for the first time down there, right? Around that time. And New Jersey and New York are so similar that they don't understand the difference. And you get that. But then you got people who understand the concept of New York City, and like they think that Brooklyn is a place where you go outside and all the rappers just there. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's just together.
But
What
there
are
was
the
a time when that was.
talk about it? Because I don't know that time.
Yeah, there was a time when that was. I was fortunate to have been around during that time. I want to talk about probably between like 96, 95, maybe to even to this day. Um more prevalent back then though. But because back then these were artists that were on the come up. So everybody was outside, like 8th Street in Manhattan, where Fat Beats was, um, used to be a real hot spot for a lot of MCs. Like a lot of MCs would go there. Shout to DJ Eclipse. You would see a little bit of everybody from Shabam Sadiq to um, Mos Def, Quali, PH, myself, Gene Gray, um, the Arsonist, uh, Punchline Wordsworth, DV alias Christ. Like it goes on and on. Like AL Skills, like all these people, it goes on and on. Like the Pawnee B Fly, um, Sound, fucking Stronghold, Poison Pen, Liggy Long, Breeze Ever Flowing. Like all of these people were just outside. You go outside, they're just outside, bro. You go to the village in the summertime, about 7 o'clock, in the evening, you just see mad people just walking down A Street, walking down Broadway. You might see a cipher on the corner. You know what I mean? And all these people was on the come up. That was the greatest time, bro. It was great.
People from other parts of hip hop moved to Brooklyn. Razzcast lived there. Common lived there. J. Cole lived there.
Yeah.
People went there. They wanted to feel the magic of Brooklyn. Can hip hop appreciate Brooklyn today? And how do you think? Yes or no?
I don't know. I think hip hop has to get back to appreciating New York City first. We not the we're a supporting cast when it comes to hip hop in the city. You know, New York is the Bronx and Manhattan as far as I know. Like in the beginning. So us in Brooklyn, we the supporting cast. We got to get back to appreciating ourselves, getting back to our sound, and sticking to it. And I think when we can appreciate ourselves and take ourselves serious, then the world will then appreciate New York, and then can appreciate the boroughs individually. I talk about that a little bit on Civil War from Four Finger Ring too. That's an apology for me to, on behalf of the East Coast, to the West Coast, and to the South, for how the East Coast treated them. Like, I wasn't one of them. I was a huge fan of them, but I'm gonna take accountability for the East Coast and apologize, man. It was stupid. It was whack the way we treated y'all, and y'all don't have to keep talking about how we treated y'all. You know, we acknowledge it, and it was fucked up. So that's what that song is about.
Before we get out of here, how did you like coming back to Heritage Hip Hop? And would you tell other MCs to come to this platform?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Come on, correct. Like come on, man. Like this guy, man. This guy, man. Yo, AKA, yo. So, last question before we get out of here, I did my thing with this interview. You know what I'm saying? So would you tell other niggas I get busy with the interviewing?
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. You do that. You do that. You definitely one of the top. I love kicking it with you because the way you break your questions down. I think you should hold a seminar for these niggas, son. Real talk. I've been on shits with these niggas. You be sitting there, they ask a question, you answer, and they be like, "Word." And they just sitting there like this. I'm like, nigga, what? I'm supposed to have a conversation with you, nigga? Like you interviewing me? Like, what are we doing? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I'll do it if you help me. Like I said, man, at the end of the day, my interviews are only good because you create the good music that inspires the questions that I get to ask.
dope.
So I appreciate you. Supreme Peace to the Cipher said to my sister, Harmony Equality. Yo, I love you, sis. You have no idea.
Peace. Word.
So my last question for the interview is more of we kind of said this already, but I really want you to drive the point home. The 90s gave birth to what is the backbone of hip hop today. Because 90s is now not even the mainstream, but it holds down the underground. What does the underground mean to hip hop culture, and why should we preserve the underground?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. The underground is the foundation. Without it, there's nowhere to come back to. We're all it's the nest. We all come from the nest, and some of us may leave the nest, fly off, go mainstream or whatever, but depending on how you moved around in that community in the nest, you could always come back to the nest. if you violated while you were there and shitted on everybody when you were on your way out of the nest, chances are you probably can't come back to the nest because what goes up comes down. So you need that foundation. Think of the rappers like think of somebody like Nas, right? Somebody like Nas is he's super successful or whatever, but I think he's able to sustain and still be able to rock and make music that the underground can appreciate, even though I don't consider him underground. He can make music that the underground can appreciate is because of that, because of how he moved while he was in the nest. Yeah, you know, so his credibility in the nest was always top notch. So yeah.
As being a foundational piece of what makes hip hop great, I want to thank you for coming on the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. But ladies and gentlemen, everybody out there, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Hit the Cash App, $ Heritage Hip Hop, and hit the Bad Seeds Bandcamp page to get the new album From Us With Love done with Murder Megs and
Yeah.
celebrate hip hop culture at its purest, which comes from the heart and soul of the artist, man. Salute, man.
Yeah.
Hey, any final words? Anything else you want to say before we leave? Besides get the album?
There's a lot of stuff on the way. Me and Doza, me and Shay Cobain. There's another compilation, Everything Means Nothing, Volume 3 coming. And me and Rusty Jukes got an album on the way. I need everybody to go to Rusty Jukes page and just tell them that y'all excited for this album with me and with him and Bad C. Be like, you know, let them know like, yo, we can't wait for that. Let's go. Yeah, you know.
I tell Rusty Jukes to bring himself in that chair and sit here on Heritage Hip Hop. I love to build with Rusty Jukes. Salute to him. But at the end of the day, y'all, we got to get out of here. I got to go see my grandbaby. I ain't seen him all day. I know you got one now. Salute to Pop Hood. I pray that you enjoy it and love it the way I do. You know what I'm saying? So to everybody out there, thank you for watching AC. It's been a pleasure always, and I can't wait to build with you. So I'm going to build with you outside of here as well tonight.
For sure.
I want to send you something.
All right.
All right, everyone. Look, thank y'all for joining us on the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. This interview will be out soon on all streaming platforms. Make sure you follow Heritage Hip Hop on all social media and streaming platforms that play your favorite podcast. And we are out of here. Peace.
Real hip hop. Real